Sure.
Sorry, who have I called?
Sorry?
Sorry, which company is this?
This is the IRS.
All right, brilliant. The IRS. Could I order one chicken madras, one lamb vindaloo, Peshwari naan bread, onion bhaji, and 2 portions of pilau rice?
Okay.
Okay, excellent. What will that be? Half an hour to 45 minutes?
Yes.
Excellent. That's great. I heard that you make the best curries at the IRS.
Yes.
Yes. Not really the IRS though, are you?
So tell me how much you want to pay today.
I would like to pay you, I don't know, what's 200 rupees? That's about £2. That's a month's salary to you, isn't it?
How much?
200 rupees?
Rupees.
Rupees, yes, rupees.
Okay, will you do one thing?
What am I wanting?
Can you do one thing, sir?
I told you what I wanted. I want one chicken tikka masala, a lamb madras. Well, I think I might have got my order confused now, but actually, can I change that to a lamb madras?
No,
A
what I'm asking you.
a
Can you
vindaloo.
do one thing, sir?
I mean, if you are willing to give me the time, I would like to ask you a few questions.
What, please?
Okay. Why do you do this? Is it that things are so bad in your country that you prey on like elderly and gullible and naive people, and you try and take all the money they have? I mean, do you believe in God?
Okay.
Can you answer that question? Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I believe.
Do you think that after doing this, after taking advantage of people, that you'll still be going to heaven?
No, that's wrong. That's wrong. You're right. Right.
Well, I mean, why are you doing this? I mean, you're the first person I've spoken to. You actually seem like you might be a decent guy. I mean, there's a lot of legitimate...
I am.
Okay, there's a lot of legitimate companies that outsource to India. So why are you working for a scam company, pretending to be a member of the IRS?
No, see, the thing is that we do this for poor people, you know.
For what people?
Poor people. We give them this money. We won't use for us.
But why not then start a charity? I mean, if I received a message that said, you know, let's help poor people in India, then I would be far more willing. But the thing is, you don't actually know the income of the people that you're phoning up. You're phoning up like little old ladies, and you're making them pay every penny they've got. And it's not just that, like, you're scaring them emotionally. You're telling people they're going to get arrested. You know, you're making people's hearts race. Sooner or later, you'll give someone a heart attack.
Because for that, see, we are doing this because for that poor people who are not getting like you know, food.
Well, I understand that India is not one of the richest countries. I completely understand that, but there must be a better way for you to be able to do this. You know, I mean, what happens though when the FBI actually turns up on your door and you go to prison? You won't be able to help anyone then.
I'm ready to do that.
So, may I ask you, do you get paid on a commission? Do you have actually like a boss above you who forces you to do this in the call centers?
Sorry?
I mean, okay. Let me try and explain, right? Because obviously, I know about the Microsoft tech support scam, and I know with some of those guys, they actually think that they're helping people because their bosses tell them, "Oh, we are actual tech support," but they're not tech support at all. But with you guys, I mean, you're fully aware that what you're doing is fraud, right? Because you're not the IRS. So, how do you get paid? Do you get a commission for every money that you get, or does it go to your boss first and then he pays you, or do you get to keep everything that you make?
We're not getting any money from this. Okay, I told you we do this for poor people.
But It's a really bad way to do it for
Yeah.
poor people. I mean, because the thing is with this IRS scam, people are learning about it and they're knowing about it. And I mean, not yourselves. I've been on the phone for most of the afternoon with another company in India that's pretending to be the IRS, and they're telling people that their name is Jordan Belfort, which makes me laugh because this is the main character in the film The Wolf of Wall Street, which most Americans have seen. And people are phoning up, I'm not trying to offend you here, but you have a very obvious Indian accent, and you're telling people that your name is Mike Anderson or Mike Jones or John Smith, and it's not reflecting well on Indian people. I have Indian friends here in the country. I don't actually live in America, but I have Indian friends here where I live, and they're really good people. But you're making people dislike Indian people. My country of birth, Britain, we have a great. Well, I apologise because we imperialised you for a long time, but we have a good relation with Indians, and what you guys are doing,
Yeah, that's great.
what you guys are doing is destroying that relation. If you phoned up my grandmother and I found out you guys had tricked her into paying, 2,000, well, it would be pounds in my case, but let's say $2,000 because I know you guys aim at the Americans, then I'm going to be very upset and angry with you, and it would make me have less respect for Indian people. I mean, sure. I have to say, you come across very amicable and very nice, and surely there's a better way for you to make money.
Now you just tell me, like, how much money you can give the poor people.
Well, I'm not going to give you any money. I apologise, because I know that there's a lot of these companies going round. I mean, I appreciate your time, sir, and I'm happy that I'm able to finally have a reasonable conversation with one of you guys.
Even me.
Pardon?
Same. Even me the same.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't understand that.
Nothing. So you just tell me, sir, how much money you can, deposit for some poor people. You can help them for something, for their food and all.
The problem is when you answered the phone, you told me you work for the IRS. So how do I know that you're not tricking me now?
No, see, I told you why we do this thing, so why we make call to you.
You didn't make a call to me. You didn't make a call to me. I found your number from a fraudulent phone numbers website. This is what I do. I find fraudulent numbers and I phone them up, and I try to get to the bottom of why people are doing this. But what I don't want to find out, you see, is that you're just trying to find another way of obtaining money from me. I spoke to one of your colleagues, 3 or 4 times before, who swore at me in Indian and then hung up the phone numerous times. I may have been inclined to send you some money for the poor people, but there's no way I can make sure it's going to the poor people, is there?
It is going to poor people.
Well, I only have that word from you, and you've lied to me at the start of this call. You've told me that you're the Inland Revenue Service. Do you understand my situation here? Had I phoned and you said... Had I phoned and you said I'm collecting money for poor Indian people, and if this number was registered as being a genuine charity, then absolutely I would say. I mean, I'm not a rich man myself, but I would say, okay, I'll pass £10, whatever I can afford. But I've phoned up and you've tried to convince me you're the IRS. Do you see my predicament here? So I'm not going to give you any money, and I appreciate if you want to continue scamming people that I may be wasting your time.
No, I'm not. I will not.
Okay.
I will not do that. Okay? I will not.
Well, you can say that to me, but I mean, what is your boss going to say? You're not going to get up and walk out of the call centre now, are you? I mean,
I will leave the shop.
you've got
I will do that.
Okay, well, I'm really pleased if I've really got...
I'll search for another job.
Sorry? Yeah, well, you should. And the thing is, you're a nice guy. You seem like a really nice guy, and you speak English much better than most of the people I've spoken to on these fraudulent phone lines. Surely you could get work as a translate. You speak very good English.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well, you could get work as a translator. You could translate whatever your local language is, whether it be Hindu or Urdu or Pashtun. You could You could translate for people. You could teach English. You could do that privately, and you could make money through that. You don't need to trick people into giving you money. And I'm sure, because I know there's a lot of people doing this at the moment. I'm sure it's very lucrative to you, because I know, obviously, the amount of money in dollars or in pounds when it converts is much more in your currency. But you know, like what I don't like is that you're tricking people into giving you money, and there's plenty of people with good hearts in both England and America who would help if you're honest from the start. And as I say, if you truly are a God-fearing human being, then you should not be lying to people.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Well,
I'm not lying to you. Okay. I will promise you one thing. Sure, I will just go ahead and I'll search for another job. Okay. But if you promise me that today, if you're giving us some kind of money for poor people or small kids.
As I said, I cannot do that to a fraudulent number. If you walk out there and you get a job working for a charity that helps people in poverty in India, then absolutely, if you were to phone me, then absolutely I would happily pass you money. But I cannot give money to someone that's answered the phone who is pretending to work for the Inland Revenue Service.
No, see, after this, I'll be not doing this kind of a job, okay?
Okay, well, I appreciate that, and I really, I hope...
Listen.
Okay.
Listen to me. Today, I want to give them some kind of food, okay? Because they are hungry and small kids. At least you can understand them.
Of course I can.
And I'll promise you, after this, I'll be not doing this kind of a job. I'll just go ahead and...
Okay, I tell you what I will do for you.
You can give some money for poor people, for poor kids, so I can serve them a food today in the night.
Listen. What's the biggest supermarket chain in India?
Sorry?
Right? I tell you what I do, because I would give you money for food for children, but I want to be able to be sure it's going to food for children. Listen to me. I'm not going to pass you. I'm not going to send you an iTunes voucher or give you my credit card details. However, what I would be happy to do is contact some form of supermarket or food vendor in India, and I will pay them. It won't be much because I'm not a rich man myself, but I will pay them enough for you to be able to buy some bread and some water and some meat.
I can understand you.
And what I would, and if you.
That is a long procedure. That is a long procedure.
It's not a long procedure because I can do it this afternoon.
I'll be getting a payment. See, sir, please listen to me. If I'll be getting a payment today, okay, in the morning, then I can serve them food, sir. You can understand that.
But as I've stated, the only way I would give you money is if I can be absolutely certain that it is going to poor kids. If I tell you, if you trust me, listen. If you trust me, I'm not.
If you trust me that.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I don't trust you because you've lied to me at the start of this phone call. But what I'm saying to you is if you trust me, tell me the name of your village or your area and I will donate some money to a local charity in that area, and this afternoon the children there will be able to eat. How does that sound?
No, it won't sound better because,
Well, if you can't do that's the only option I'm giving you, sir.
No, I will promise you, sir. I will promise you after this, I'm not working for this company, okay? I'll search another job, okay? A legal job. And I will go ahead and leave this job first thing. If you promise me that you're giving me something for that small kids, a little small kids who are hungry and they're waiting for me, then I'll go ahead and I'll serve them a food today in the night. If you give me some money, I will go ahead and I'll serve them a food, okay?
Well, the issue I have with that, as I've stated, is I can't be sure that you're being honest with me.
If you trust on me, listen to me first. If you trust on me, just give me $100 or $200.
I don't have $100 or $200. I was thinking I could give you maybe £10 that would certainly be enough to get bread and water to feed a good few. I have been on holiday to India, and I am aware of the prices there. And $100, $200, you would be living like a king. I can pass you what I can afford without affecting me, because I think that sometimes you guys, you have the impression that everyone from the UK or from America, that we're really rich, and that's not the case. And you need to think about this when you're phoning these elderly or these naive people and pretending to be from the IRS. You need to think, because some of these people from the IRS, or the pretend IRS, you're asking for $2,000-$3,000. This is all the money some of these people have. You're putting people.
Small kids.
Yeah, I understand, but you must listen to me. If you want this to progress, you must listen to me. I'm talking about the people in my countries, and you're asking them for $2,000 or $3,000, and you're clearing their savings account. So
I don't want that. I don't need that. Okay, I'm asking you for only $100.
I don't have $100.
I have small kids. I have the small kids.
Yeah, I understand, and I appreciate your situation, sir. But as I said, it's not going to work in this case. And if you feel I'm wasting your time, I appreciate you've spoken to me, but you're more than welcome to end the call now if you'd like to speak to other people. But sorry, can I take your name?
No, I will not do that. Okay, I'll just right now. I will just go ahead and I'll leave the job and I'll search for another job right now.
Okay, tell me what name what name do you go under for this company, and what is your real name? And if I phone in 3, I'll make you a deal. If I will happily get. Do you have access to a computer when you're outside of the call center or the shop? Because I will happily give you my Skype address. And if I call back in 2 or 3 days' time and I can make sure that you're no longer working there, then I will give you some money. But it certainly won't be.
I will not. See, my Indian name is Mahesh Kadam.
Okay, well, it's nice that you've been honest with me, Mahesh. My name is Adam. I'm pleased to meet you.
Okay, sir. So, see, if you promise me that you want to give me $100 today...
I don't have $100. As I said, I don't have $100, but what I can do... Hang on. I'm in front of the internet now, so bear with me, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to look for... Can you tell me the region of India that you guys are in? Are you able to do that?
Sorry?
Can you tell me the region that you're in? Like, are you in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangladesh?
We are located in Delhi.
In Delhi, okay. Okay, hang on 1 second. Because I'm not going to give you cash, because I don't know where it will go, but I am going to give you a supermarket card that can only be spent on groceries. So you'll only be able to buy food items with it.
Okay. But sir, I won't be getting the money from that card. That's the reason. If you can help me,
you will, because
I'll be getting the money. So
you will get the money because it will only be you that has the code. Look, okay, hang on. I'm just looking. If I list the supermarkets to you, you can tell me which one would be most convenient to you. How does that sound?
No, so if I get a payment, if they will pay me, then I want to search the ITIN card number, and they will give me the money. So
well, no, because what I will do is I will order groceries through the supermarket, and I will give them your name to go and collect them.
But it won't be possible, sure,
Well, I'm sorry, but that's the only way that I will be able to help. As I say, I do not have trust, and I do appreciate your situation, and you're either a fantastic actor or you're...
If you won't trust in me, thank you for that. And I will promise you I'm not doing this job. Okay, I'm just leaving this job right now.
Okay, well...
After this guy will be not in this job.
Okay.
What I'll do, if it is just sitting empty stomach with the children, so I'll tell them I cannot arrange the money today. They're sitting like that, so what should I tell them?
Well, I think what you should do is, I mean, obviously this isn't a good job to be doing, but what you should do is leave there and go and advertise as an English teacher to the richer families. I know there's very rich families in India too. Offer your services, say I've got experience. I mean, there's plenty of call centres in Delhi that you can work in that are completely legitimate. There's many English companies that outsource to India now. Okay, well, I think, you know, if you won't accept my offer of buying groceries for you, then I think we're done here. But I do hope your situation is better, and I hope things work out for you, sir. You have a good day.